there's some amazing things happening at your church, in your city. I asked you before, is it revival? Is it just outpouring? I mean, there's 4,500 salvations, I think, in the last 20 months.
That's
People
right.
have said yes, and healings. And could you just talk about, obviously this is about worship, just how that shifted the way you lead worship? You have all these, people kind of seeking, like, who is God? And then you have these people that are on fire for God, all in the same place. And can you just talk about that journey and what Jesus has taught you in that?
Absolutely. We've changed very little when it comes to worship, because what we decided right at the beginning, it's interesting, it's really been like a shift in the atmosphere. We've been out in the streets for years and years and years, and we've seen really great healing on the streets, but we hadn't seen an awful lot of salvation. And then there's just been a shift. It feels like, when you walk outside and it's autumn, you're like, smells different. It smells different, doesn't it? You can smell it. That's what's happened at home. We walked outside and it was like, that's different. And we go to the same people and ask them if they want to know Jesus, and they say yes. And you're like, pardon? You do? And it's just been a shift in the atmosphere. But also, I think the ground was ready, because we've been out for years. I mean, like 10, 11, like a really long time, years, just serving our community out in the streets. But the shift in the atmosphere, that's a total divine thing. So in terms of worship, we love the presence of Jesus more than anything else. What we decided to do at the beginning was, the things that made it difficult for either people coming in to church who did not know Jesus yet or had just come to faith was outsider language. If we lingered for ages and ages, which we tended not to do anyway, but those were the things that were hard because they just got a little bit bored because they couldn't engage. If we didn't explain what we were going to do. So it was just tiny little things. So we thought, right, we will start bang on time, which at the very, very beginning of our church plant, we were not good at. And then we really realized this is an accessibility thing for people. We need to start when we said we were going to start and finish when we said we were going to finish. So we do that now. We, at the very beginning of worship, we get up, we welcome everybody, and then we just do a tiny little, if this is your first time here, this is what's going to happen. We're going to sing for the next 25 minutes or so. The words are going to come up on the screen. Just feel free to join in. We're going to stand together, but at any point you can sit. We just want you to feel completely at home. And then we always say, if you're used to worshiping this way, come and give your whole heart. Just express yourself whatever way you want to. Because again, in Northern Ireland especially, people need a wee bit of permission. Otherwise people, they can be a little bit staid and they need a little encouragement to just, you can, you just express your heart. Whatever's going on the inside, you can let it out. And then we do the set. This is a complete kindness of the Lord thing. Our worship has always been marked really by a tangible sense of His presence. So very often what we'll do at the end of a set is we'll just do another little, hey, what you can feel in the room right now, that's the presence of Jesus. You might be crying, please don't worry about that. Just little explanation things, and that's really all we've done. We just thought,